Okay, I apologize for this. The plug fell out. It's always something with stupid Apple products. I hate that they put everything in the back. If I had designed, I would have put everything on the side. Not for aesthetics, but for the ease of user. The poor dumb son of a bitch has got to use it. Anyway, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. How you doing? And let me try to get into YouTube now because it shut off my computer when the plug fell out. So I hope this is going, and I hope you can see it. Give me a moment. I had the computer turned. I was trying all day to get my Airport Extreme to work. It won't work. It keeps flashing yellow. And then my earlier airport that I have, I tried to get it to work, and the Mac won't recognize it. So I may have to ask the 8-bit guy who has a great YouTube channel into retro stuff if he has a solution. And looked up paranormal stuff all day and can't really find any real news. So, okay, let's get this going. Wait a minute, that's not the same. Oh, jeez. Well, I can change that. I don't get this. Hold on. Now, go away thing. Hold on a minute. Well, that's very strange. Well, just change the title, I guess. Hold on. This is really weird. Alright, I'm not fully awake, and neither is my computer. I don't know what's going on here. Bear with me for a minute. Still no new keyboard. It left New York yesterday. Where it's going after that, I don't know. Maybe Snake Plissken. Oh, now I got this thing going on. Hold on. I hit the damn keyboard and it freaked out. And people who say I need a new keyboard, yeah, thank you. Stupid machine. Well, you're going to pay me $35 for a second keyboard? So, video output low. Well, that's the best I can do, folks. Okay, I'm going to change this. If the keyboard will cooperate. And let's see. Bear with me, it'll just take me a minute to fix this. And by the way, it's never intended to be. I never said I was professional. I'm learning. And I'm hampered by DSL and an 10-year-old computer. You want professional? Go get PewDiePie. I'm not it. I'm not getting paid for this. I could be doing exciting stuff like going through boxes and sorting stuff out to keep or throw away, or sleeping, or watching stuff on my iPad. And there's some weird stuff for sale on eBay, and I'll do a video of that tomorrow. But don't ever think I'm a professional. You demand your money back. Well, you know what, Mr. Viewballs? I demand that you get a free block. So there we go. Bye-bye. I just know PewDiePie exists. I've heard negative things about him. He was, at one point, the biggest YouTube star. So I just mentioned him because that's the only YouTube star I know of other than someone like Glenn and Cameron, 8-Bit Guy, some of the guy. I've been watching a lot of how-to videos, and one, and don't ask me because I'd have to go and look for what I looked at. Well, maybe I can do that. Hold on. If I can go into history. I watched a lot of cooking videos last night. How to make grilled cheese and all kinds of stuff. By the way, my massive power outages video hit 10,000 views today, so that's kind of cool. And food wishes. I think this is the channel, and I learned how to make. I have failed miserably at corned beef and cabbage, and there was some other cool stuff in there. So let's see. Look at my YouTube super chat. Well, Aaron, where do I find this? I'm afraid to look at my YouTube settings for fear I'll screw it up. Let's see. No, I don't want this, so go away. See, there now, it did something. View my account settings. Well, that lost the whole chat room. So I don't want to do that. I wish this stupid thing would stop asking me. Alright, I don't know what's going on here. And I got this numbnuts again. Okay. Well, I don't know how to do that. No, I haven't heard of Art Bell. The only thing I've heard of Art Bell from George Norrie is that Art Bell's wife is having a second baby. And as for Premier Radio Networks, they're billions in dollars in debt, and I guess they're tired of losing money, so I would sell it too if I were them. You may remember Mitt Romney bought Sports Authority and dragged it into the ground, and it went bankrupt, and he was touting that during the debate. So, but unlike the federal government and Amazon, you can't go negative. I don't know how Amazon stays in business. You can't go negative forever. Someone has to pay the bills. And by the way, I got 15 subscribers yesterday and one today, so I want to welcome them. And look, the buffering and some other problems I will solve in about 3 months. I got told the wrong information, by the way. I still owe $127 to Comcast. It was not wiped out. They did take the $100 off. So in June, I will give them probably $50 and then the rest in July. And I talked to Comcast yesterday, and they said once I pay it, they'll tell me how much deposit I have to make, and then it'll take a week to get Comcast internet and cable. And I really don't want the cable because I've got DirecTV now. I don't know. I used to have the internet and Comcast for $42 a month. It's costing me $90, so I'm gonna have to see what. I'm gonna have to go into the office, talk to them, and say, what do I get for this? And internet and cable, but I'll still have to pay for my phone through Sonic, and I don't know what that is. So I might just go to Consumer Cellular and get a cell phone and just dump my phone. Get rid of Sonic and just pay $40 a month for my phone. But I'm damned if I do it, damned if I don't. Okay, let's see what's going on here. And okay, let me get this. Aaron, thank you. Okay, highlight it to my screen. There you go. Thank you very much. I love Erin. If I didn't have Kathy and I were 30 years younger, I'd find her and marry her if she'd let me. She's a sweetheart. She does so much for me. Yeah, harbor, weld some louvers. No, I'm not going to weld louvers on a air conditioner that's a piece of crap. Um, no, I'm not time traveling. Although I wish I was. I'd go back and smack myself for a lot of reasons. Don't do that, George. Um, don't get married. Don't spend all the inheritance money on getting Kathy a car. Get yourself a car first. Take care of you. Save money, you know. And I'm down to the last 2 cans of wet cat food. I have to go Monday to turn in cans and bottles. I have $5. They don't stand there in the heat. And by the way, yesterday I went out to grocery outlet, and it was very muggy and icky, and I sat waiting for the bus for half an hour in a shelter. It was covered, but I didn't have my hat on. And when I got to grocery outlet, I got all my groceries and literally got dizzy and almost keeled over. So that was scary, and I walked back to the bus using a shopping cart because I knew I wasn't going to make it without the shopping cart, and I was so overheated. I went to Pete's, got more ice water, and I tried to get across the street to go to Food Max to go get canned cat food, and I had $5 left. And my body said, no, you're not. I went home. My neighbors downstairs fed the downstairs kitties. I just went and fed Orangey and those kitties. But it wasn't that hot. It was like 72, but it felt like it was about 102. And I guess you gotta have a hat. And the other thing, all this stuff about whatever that operation was to simulate a nuclear attack on New York, it's all people, I think, just trying to get YouTube views, including Alex Jones, because we've been doing that since before World War II. There are combat scenarios our military does, and, you know, people were saying it was a precursor to nuclear war. They're going to put us all in camps, and now the latest thing, I saw a video where they're going to take away all our cars and keep us from driving. And the cleaning, I went through 2 boxes earlier, and got all the mystery mystery power bricks into a box, headphones and all kinds of stuff. I've got a couple parts to take to Apple because I don't remember what they are, and I'm going to take the 2 airports down to Apple and get one of them to work. The damn airport keeps flashing. No matter how many times I reset it, how many times I software update it, it doesn't want to work. It goes green for a minute and then starts flashing yellow, and it's driving me crazy. Because I want to have an airport in the living room. I paid $40 for it. Now, it turns out that it may be defective. I don't know. North Korea treats worrying you. I didn't know North Korea was selling treats. A red barchetta. I don't know if that's a car or a horse. What do you have in your... What is a red barchetta? I'm not worried about North Korea because they don't have a delivery system yet to hit the U.S. And they're talking about... I haven't seen Art Bell's post. I went out yesterday, came home and collapsed in the bed because I had basically heat stroke. And unless someone tells me these things in email, hint, 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 I'm not going to be aware of it. Oh, it's a car. I presume it's an Italian car. How old is the car? Because I've never heard of a barchetta. No, that is the... Hold on, let me stand up. What would Cancer Man do? That's the cigarette smoking man from the X-Files. I have a John Wayne shirt around here somewhere. But, you know, I wear different shirts, and that's tonight, so... It will outrun gleaming alloy air cars. Well, to the best of my knowledge, I think there's prototype air cars. I don't think they're selling any yet. As for the death of iHeartRadio, I'll have to ask George about that. But the problem is George is somewhere. Now I listened to that. Oh, okay, cool. I listened to that Connie Willis for about a minute and a half last night. She started talking about a town in Kentucky that had the biggest consumption of Pepsi in the country, and I wanted to take my head and just bang it against my iPad. I said, is this the best you could find? Is this the substitute host you got on the weekend? I'd never heard Connie Willis before, and she's worse than that other guy on Saturday who always talks about what the weather is like in Toronto and hockey. So I could do better than that my worst day. Has George Norrie ever been mean to you? No, he has not. He hasn't whipped me, beat me, or made me write bad checks. Well, except that I'm not getting my videos on the network anymore. And people are aware of me. I get people tell me I saw you on Coast to Coast AM. So George has been good to me. I don't know the full reasons why I'm not on Coast. Maybe Coast can't afford to pay the guy from Pittsburgh. Maybe Premier can't afford $100 every month. They're that broke. I don't know. I was planning to do something relating to George and go meet with him in person eventually, but who knows if that network may even be there. Yeah, Richard Syrett, I hate him. He sucks big time. His voice, his whole delivery is like other than George is George Knapp. And of course, our Emperor of Nye, Art Bell, whom one still hopes he would come back to the air, but that probably will never happen. And I've heard the other person. Oh, that Jimmy Church. Oh my God. Yeah, well, he can eat soup or not soup. He can still be terrible. Richard Syrett. That Jimmy Church, I listened to him one night. And he went on and on about something, and he gave 5 or 6 examples of something and didn't elaborate on any of them. He had a guest on. I turned it off. I can't listen anymore. I'm going like, God, can't they get somebody with, I'm not saying reach the level of Art Bell, but these are like hosts to be named later if they were baseball players. They're horrible. George makes verbal flubs, and then he talks to Tommy, which drives me nuts. I don't want to hear him talking to Tommy. So, hello, High Five. I like the handle, High Five Ghost. Well, I don't know that to be a case, but he may be a billionaire. His grandfather may have founded Church's Chicken, but somewhere in their audio talent ain't there. And I posted a lot of Jimmy Church's stuff from YouTube on my paranormal news forum, so it's out there, but I just don't like it. Maybe I got spoiled by Ira Blue and Hilly Rose and Long John Neville and Art Bell. And once you listen to those guys, everything else pales by comparison. I do like Mallard. And he finally freed the duck. He said so. And, oh yeah, I may as well say it. Free Art Bell. So, I don't know what's happening, but last I knew with Premier or whatever they're calling themselves this week, they were $20 billion in debt. Well, I'd be mad too. I mean, Jimmy Church was on that dark matter radio network, and then he went over to George. Turn off the iPad to give me more bandwidth so it wouldn't be so stuttery. Well, let me see. Well, okay, all right, let's Okay. Well, it's dark now. All right. But I don't think it's the iPad. I think it's the case, as my internet provider told me. They've cranked up the DSL. It's DSL that it makes it so stuttery, but the iPad is off. So by let's give it a thing. The 1st of August, I will have cable internet, and I hope the hell that works better. I'm going to go into Comcast after the 1st of the month. Take the bus up there. I'll be so glad in 2019 when I get a car with air conditioning. Oh boy. And talk to them about how does the internet compare and all of that. Well, it's Aaron's fault. Blame her. See, when I happen to listen to women, nothing personal here. Between my mother and Kathy. Oh, God. Oh, hello, Curtis. Hello. Yeah, he's always busy, this guy. You know, he needs to get a babysitter so he can come in here one night and you know. Should I turn the iPad back on? Well, there's another fine mess you've gotten me into. What do you have to say for yourself this time, Stanley? Yeah, well, yeah, where's that Evil Jazz Monday? He never comes in here. By the way, there's some weird story in Australia, and I can't remember what it was, and it was a weird thing I found, but somebody put on eBay mummified mice from Australia, and they're trying to sell you mummified mice, and there was one, I got the pictures, I'm going to do a video tomorrow, mummified mice bones in bottles. Now, you know, top 10 thing, I'm not doing a damn thing, except I will be going to the mall, and I will, new show, this is a new show. Curtis is not with the program here. I'll be going to the mall because Red Robin gives me a free hamburger on my birthday, eaten by a drop bear. Okay. You go in the Red Robin card, they give you a free hamburger, and if I could make it, it wasn't so damn far away, I would then go to the hell is the name of that place? Something with a mine. They give you a free chocolate cake. So I'll be going out to get a free hamburger. That would be. Now, if someone would like to send me money would be nice, but also, it may sound weird, a salad. The makings for a salad. That would be a wonderful thing to eat rather than junk. Favorite Red Ramen hamburger? Well, Kathy liked teriyaki burger. I just like a regular. I like a hamburger with mushrooms. A lot of mushrooms. But I go there not so much for the hamburgers, the wonderful giant French fries, which I shouldn't eat, but I love the damn things. And I just sit there and watch the people go by. And I work for the fact that they, like every other damn restaurant, has pre-recorded music. I can set up my tripod and do videos. I've always wanted to do something like Steve Allen, where he would watch people go by and comment on them. Baskin Robbins free ice cream cone. Well, the problem with that is I'd have to take the bus up to Morello Avenue, which is 3 miles away, and then wait an hour to get home in the heat, if it's going to be hot. I haven't looked at the weather yet. Hello, George from Fairfield. I'm not sure you think that's me or you're from Fairfield. Well, Fairfield is free coffee at Starbucks. Yeah, well, I've got coffee here. I'm coffeeed out, actually. I drank a whole pot today. Try to wake up. Free comic book day. Well, the nearest comic book store to me is 12 miles, so I'm not going to go get my free comic book from Flying Colors. Fuddruckers gives you something free too, but they have the worst hamburger I've ever eaten. So, and they're in Walnut Creek across from Target, so I could go there. I had a car, and I think Denny's may still give you something free on your birthday. I'm not sure about that. And I know people bitch about Denny's, but at one time I could get a whole chicken dinner there. And I would get a chicken dinner, eat one piece, and take the rest home for my kiddies who loved the chicken at Denny's. So they liked the fried chicken. I would take the skin off and give them chicken. My cats won't eat fresh chicken. They won't eat fresh meat. They won't eat fresh beef. They want the canned stuff or tuna fish. They'll stop at all tuna fish. And Red Robin used to make real banana shakes. Now they, who knows? I'd have to go to Pahrump. Now there's land for sale in Pahrump. Hello, New Jersey 7 even. Okay. How you doing? You know, the problem is Art Bell is in his complex, and if you bother him, the sheriff is called. So I'd have to find a way to contact Art Bell. And no, I'm not quite there yet. I made some progress today. I have to get the cats off the bed first. Fold the bed up, take all the blankets, put them outside, shake them out, because Fuzzy keeps rolling around in dirt, and put sand in my bed. Fold the bed up, vacuum the floor. I've got the living room 80% done. I just been really tired, and because it's so icky. I mean, in here right now it's 75, but and it's 62 outside, but it's just yucky. Now next month I'm gonna get. I saw a video where one put some metallized sheeting in the window of our motorhome. I'm going to get some of that for this room and the other room. No, you're not David's baby Falky. That's all I need. You going to saddle his kid with that handle? I don't think so. Then the haters will all attack the kid instead of me. What are you guys smoking out there? I've still got to do the kitchen counter. I did the stove. I got to do the cabinets. They're white. I sprayed them at 409, but I got to go clean them. I finished the bathroom except under the toilet and under the table with the towels. I'll do that tomorrow. And then the soup kitchen is giving away free food tomorrow. Mobile kitchen, whatever that is. So I'll go down and get free food and some bread. Someone left some pear jelly, blackberry jelly, and some other kind of jelly that they made. So I went and grabbed that. I shouldn't be eating all the bread. I weigh too damn much. I go out and I huff and puff. So Pittsburgh is great if you don't want a job. I don't know. The last day of the job situation is starting to pick up in Pittsburgh. And I've only been to New Jersey once, and that was from the old Palisades Park that they used to advertise in Superman. I don't know. I haven't looked into that. It's possible. Jackie Gleason Nixon Homestead Base Alien Theory. Well, when his ex-wife, who wasn't his ex-wife when it happened, released the information in Esquire, Jackie was really ticked off because Nixon dropped him like a hot potato, and they had been friends for a long time. They were golfing buddies. Gleason started drinking heavily after the he went to Homestead with Nixon, and they were out golfing one day with a general, and it's in the President UFOs book that I just finished, and the general said to the people golfing with Jackie, hey, it happened. And so, I think it happened. I think back then the president could get away, could duck the Secret Service somehow with help. I don't think you could do it today. And remember, Nixon would have known a lot of stuff because he had been vice president under Eisenhower. And Nixon, if it weren't for Watergate, would have gone down as being a great president, I think. So that's what did him in, his hubris or whatever. Pittsburgh VA on University side. Well, it's between the University of Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh Medical Center. They're taking over the world in Oakland and elsewhere. Everything is them. They even built a new medical building. Oh, McGee Hospital. It's another one where I was born. Across from McGee, it's a women's center, and it's next to the Pittsburgh Playhouse. And they're talking about the university that owns the Pittsburgh Playhouse is talking about tearing it down. And some famous Pittsburghers studied there. I think Shirley Jones did, but don't quote me. I'd have to look it up. But someone had me turn off my iPad, so I can't. Elvis and Nixon. No, it's on the list of things to do. You know, Elvis got a, U.S. Marshal's badge, and there's evidence that Elvis may have done something about drug interdiction. So, Elvis was doing something secret. Maybe that's why, the real reason why he died. But they had a poor guy on all those pills and stuff. One of my other regrets, I never got to see Elvis either on stage, and I could have at the International Hotel in Las Vegas. Kirk Kerkorian's International Hotel, by the way. So, if anybody were to show aliens, it would have been Richard Nixon. We wouldn't have got that from either Bush. Carter was too much of a wimp. They left him on a loop. Same with Bill Clinton. Obama made fun of UFOs, and Trump, nobody knows what his opinion is on UFOs. Johnson certainly knew about them. The video I posted, he was told about the UFO sightings over the Niagara power plant that went out in '65. So I'm certain Johnson knew of UFOs. I know Kennedy did. I know Eisenhower did. Truman did. And FDR. So saturated in Elvis, he's still alive. Okay, well, then there's a conspiracy. What's in the grave on Graceland? And they've just revamped it and tore down his father's old house, the last I knew. So, yeah, Jackie Gleason, those pool shots he did, he got training from, I think, Willie Moscone. I saw The Hustler when it came out. Brand new movie. And I can't do anything about that, guys. It's the problem with having... Excuse me. Damn it. Excuse me. It's having DSL to do this. Until I come up with the money and get cable internet, it's going to keep buffering or locking up. By the way, what do you use to be saturated in Elvis? Do you use like peanut oil, olive oil, you know? Is there like an Elvis cooking oil? There probably is. There's everything Elvis. Yeah, another guy who is might have been well associated with Elvis, certainly, and Jackie is Howard Hughes. So he's out there. He was out there at that time doing all kinds of strange stuff too. And he was de facto running the skunk works during World War II. So I think Howard Hughes would have known about UFOs. I got 716 subscribers and 20 guys in here. What are the rest of them doing? I always wonder about that. So, now the screen on the left, I see this. It did not change that. It should have. Hold on. What the hell? It's really weird. It changed the whole goddamn thing, I guess. Okay, now it's giving me weirdness here. Okay. Set that up, and it should have. Oh, there's 20 people. Who came in? Which circle of distrust? Oh, no. Nobody died. Although in his case, I would not shed a tear. Okay, we'll tell about that. I normally do not wish evil on people. There's only about 3 people in my life I wish, other than the people who robbed me at gunpoint, that I wish them to die. But 6-week tenure, and his wife gave hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars to Area 51 drone and/or his family and to Open Lines Jerry. While I was struggling every day with having food for my cats and had no money, and I said some uncomplimentary things, and 6-week tenure said, well, it's all up to his wife. It had nothing to do with him. And I said, that's bull. You can't tell me you have a wife and she doesn't listen to your input. And he was a kept man. She supposedly was rich. Now, I don't know if any of this is really true or it's internet bragging. And well, recently his wife supposedly had their baby, and she dumped him. They're no longer together. So hey, Murdoch, I'm having trouble reading this small printer. Murdoch's. No, I've never met Vanna White. I wouldn't know where she is or anything else. And so when I heard the news from Drone that they split, I was quite happy because I said, this is what happens when you treat people like dirt. It comes back to you. I may become the host of the new Scale Back Coast to Coast. No, because they just signed Nori to a contract extension through 2022. So unless George Nori gets hit by a bus or attacked by killer bees at the deli, Fifi let 6 weeks. Actually, Fifi probably threw him out the door of the palatial chateau in, East Fromage, France, and he is no more. So I don't know, and I don't know if it's true or not, but if it couldn't happen to an unnicer guy. If they'd sent me $300-400 to get back on my feet, I would have been okay, and they wouldn't. And yet, sending hundreds, if not thousands, of Drone's family and hundreds, if not thousands, of Open Lines Jerry, that was really a rotten thing to do. Dexter Monterey. Who the hell is Dexter Monterey? I have no idea. Now look, iPad. I didn't turn it off. I just turned the thing. No, I don't want to hear about. Okay, hold on. This is supposed to shut down. Telling me my mobile strikes apply. I don't ever shut up my iPad unless it runs out of power. No, nobody named Norm gave me a $1,500 donation, $1,000 donation. I'd be in Vegas right now. MV, they gave, supposedly, Fifi bought MV a brand new Prius, and I don't give a damn if it's cool looking or not. If I had my way, it would look cool looking under a steamroller. But I don't get started on MV, so don't sour my mood here. Now I can't get the iPad to turn on. What the hell? See what Aaron did to me? Now my iPad is stuck. No, I got no notification from PayPal of anybody donating money except for the one person that did donate money, and that person I have not mentioned because they know who they are, and I won't jeopardize their position with having. Well, here's a breaking news. Erin Moran, the former child star who played Joni Cunningham in Happy Days, has died. So that's sad. I liked her. Never met her, but I liked her. That she was very cute. So Aaron Moranda's dead. Okay, here's a couple more guys here. Sean Ryan, Michael Epstein, and Truth Seeker have all subscribed to me. So 3 more. Kitties are fine. Well, I have to go into PayPal now. Let me see here. Boy, she didn't. I mean, she has to be older than me, but she didn't seem that old. I wonder what she died of. Another problem I have is remembering all these passwords. I really got to start writing them down. I forget my passwords, everything. Then I have to redo them all the time. Well, David Letterman is a liberal, and he's got a beard even weirder than mine. He's wandering the streets. He's not wandering the streets of Indianapolis. God, she's younger than I am. Oh, my God. Boy, maybe she had diabetes or something. That kills a lot of people before their time. Letterman has gotten weird since he left the show, and I think he's gotten weird because he left the show. I think that was his whole life, and once he left, he was done it for 33 years. He was gone, but I didn't watch Letterman much because he had, like a lot of talk shows, they coast, and they now you see, this is what bothers me, to read that borderline homeless, living in the Indiana. Here's someone that people ostensibly loved as a character. They probably liked her as a person. No one, I've been homeless twice, but no one, unless they're mentally ill and they don't want to have a home, should be homeless in this country. Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Chicago, Pennsylvania, there's tons of boarded up houses that they're tearing down. That's just criminal to me. The woman is that in dire straits, but we take child actors in this country and dump them like used Kleenex once they've used them up the networks. And it's horrible. So that's very sad to read, very disturbing, and it makes me almost want to cry because that's wrong. Now, bear with me a minute. Now the ever problem, remember what my password is. Let's see. Oh, that's not it. Oh, wait a minute, is it? Okay. Nope. I have $5.52 in my PayPal account. No one has sent me $1,000. Of course, that's probably some BS from Sewer Gab. And by the way, I was asked by Curtis and Jasmundi if I would be on that show, and I got a email from the evil MV about this show, the history of Sewer Gab or something, or waiting the sewer of the rake, and everybody would talk, so kicked out of her home. Someone should have, if I'd known that as poor as I would have sent her $20. That's the kind of guy I am. And a gift card for Kroger or something, and said, hey, I don't have much, but you gave me a lot of pleasure in your acting, and here's a little for you. Wouldn't have helped her not get thrown out, but yeah, I'm interested. There is an older version available, and it's on the bucket list on Amazon one of these years. Remember, I got $905 a month. I can't buy everything. I'm still reading the werewolf book, by the way. I'm going to do some videos about werewolves in the next week, because I'll have nothing to do until the first of the month. So I'll do some videos on werewolves. There's some interesting stuff in there, so I'll talk about it. There's an idea. What would George Laurie look like if he turned into a werewolf? Would it be all fur or just a big mustache with legs and arms? Uh, just kidding, George. Voted for Trump in the primary and the general election. You realize the president's real busy. If I, let's say, won the lotto for like $300 million, I would go find out how much benefits have been paid to me, how much medical benefits have been spent on me, get a cashier's check, fly to Washington, rent a limo. I'd have to buy a suit. I don't know a suit. I hate suits. They're uncomfortable and I sweat. And I go to the White House with the envelope, with a letter, go to the guard. I know how the White House is set up. That hasn't changed in 50 years since I was in there in JFK's office and as a tour, on the tour. And say, I would like to, I'm not a nut, I'd like to meet the president. And write him a letter and see if he could make some time with it. Make the check out for the Treasury of the United States and pay back every damn dime the government has given me. And that would be the way I would meet Donald Trump, President Trump. But who knows? You know, if I had that kind of money, I'd be donating to his next campaign, and I'm sure someone would notice, hey, this guy is making $32,000 donations and donating to other candidates. So there's a candidate. He's Latino, and he's running against the crazy Maxine Waters. I hope he wins, because she's a nut. Even if she wasn't a Democrat, she's a nut. So, last I knew, Letterman has a beard. I got this because I ran out of razors and I was sick, and I was going like, I'm too sick to shave. So I started growing the beard. I got to trim it. I got to get a haircut. Oh, and I'm distressed that the t-shirt shop and the barber shop down the street is gone. I was going to have them make up some t-shirts for me, so I don't know where I'm going to t-shirt. They were going to make them up real cheap for me, too. So I got to find, that was another thing I was going to do, is sell t-shirts and get some made up for my own use. I've known, Judy, Kathy's friend, lived in the trailer park. You live in the trailer parks, that's like the next thing. Next thing is you're doomed, because that's the poorest you can go other than living in your car is a trailer park. Richard Simmons, well, his publicists say that he's reclusive because he's going to come out again, not come out as gay, but come out in public, and all the rumors is, no, I can't stand Bill Maher. He's a crazed liberal, and he makes some really rude comments about Christianity, which I don't like, and let's just say the A word and leave it at that. I do not watch him. He's terrible. It's not that I won't watch any liberals, but he is mean-spirited, and I don't like that in a host. One of the things that bugs me is the closest thing, and he was not, I guess, I don't know, there are no conservative talk shows out there late night, and no old talk show house. It's all young guys. I like, I'm trying to remember which one is which now. I like Conan, and I like the guy on ABC, but I can't remember if Jimmy, I don't think it's Jimmy Kimmel, it's the other Jimmy, but I can't keep track. I got enough trouble keeping track of my nephew, Jimmy, but I like him. And he had a really tearful, literally, commentary about Don Rickles. I'm going to miss Don, too. I met him once. I didn't get to say anything. I just was standing there in awe in 1965 when he appeared on People Are Talking in San Francisco. Yeah, I gotta get that set up, and Curtis said he would help me, but he says I can't do it without a mixer, and that's $200. Everything takes money. By the way, if anyone knows of any company, big or small, that would sponsor me in these to earn a little money, I would really appreciate it. Let me know. Alf. Alf ate cats. Enough about that. Alf was evil. William Bill Cooper, I've heard the name. Ground Zero at Clyde and Lewis, I've heard the name. I'll have to look into that. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let me highlight that and. It won't go over to the screen. Very strange. Let me see. There we go. All right, I'll look into that tomorrow. The names are familiar, but it's in the back of my brain. Somebody recently said that when they get new information in their brain, they have to throw out one piece of old information because there's no room anymore when you get old. So. But Curtis has told me that when we're ready, I've asked him about that. He said, go get a mixer. Now I got to find out, there's some mixers, a lot of them are not compatible with Macs. Of course, the ideal thing would be to get finally that damn, I think I'll do that in August, get that damn evil MV laptop scanned for viruses and whatever he put on there and reformat it and use the PC laptop that was sent me. And one thing you'll see in the next week, the living room television table will be cleared off, and I'm going to hook up my Apple IIs to my television. Yeah, living in the van with 41 cats. Well, there's a woman on YouTube. She has a complex, much like what I want to get. She has 1,100 cats. And there's another place where they have like 500 tigers, lions, bears, oh my, monkeys, and the kitty cat, the cats, the big cats, they go around the kitchen and they act like kittens because they've been there since birth. They've been adopted or abused, and they love their people, but they're still wild animals. So I don't know how where does she, to have that many cats or that many animals, you got to get donations. You can't possibly, unless you're even a Donald Trump would have trouble with that. So there was one story about NASA where this rectangular UFO was cut off the live stream, and it was up off to the west, off to the east of the International Space Station. That was my last therapist, the Catwoman. I'd have to look on my history. In the next video, I'll have the information and I'll comment on it. I went to the Ringling Brothers Circus once. My late father was a person who had no patience. The two things we stood in line for was to watch JFK lying in state and the Ringling Brothers Circus. And they were both huge lines, JFK much more. And he said, I'm not going to stand there anymore, we're going home. So that was my dad. We saw one thing, a cave in Missouri called Merrimack Caverns, which is incredible, goes down deep below the earth, outside of St. Louis, and another cave in Arizona where they had a saber-toothed tiger that they had found and somebody had mounted it. Scared. I jumped about 6 feet when I saw that. How many people were riding in the car when JFK was assassinated? Let's see. Driver, Connolly, Jackie, JFK, and then after the shooting, a Secret Service agent, so it's 5. Hello, Toys Watch. Anyway, going back to the circus, I saw it. I was never so bored in my life. I don't know why. I just thought it was incredibly boring. Well, I wonder where you are because it's 8 o'clock here. I don't know. Where is it morning? Australia? I don't know. Pug Life, iPug Life. No, there's all these people throw at me. I watch how to build videos because what I'm going to do in 26 Mrs. Conley. I think she might have been in the car too, but I could be. I'd have to go look at my books. Haven't thought about it yet. Merry Pranksters. That was Ken Kesey, and a cast of several, but it's the back of my brain somewhere. I knew that stuff in the '60s. I don't remember it anymore. They had a bus and they rode all over California and the West. They were on stoned on LSD and peyote and pot and alcohol, and I think the electric Kool-Aid acid test came out of that. But never being into drugs, it didn't interest me. So I could never see with drugs or alcohol getting so wiped that you weren't aware of who you were. I had enough trouble not being aware of who I was when I would get depressed or terrified by my father and run away from home. No, I didn't go to the Ambassador. I have stayed in the Roosevelt that is haunted by the ghosts of Marilyn Monroe and Montgomery Clift. Although I did not, excuse me, I did that in the '70s, and now it's been renovated. Yeah, I've seen Moon. I've seen all the James Bond movies except. Wait a minute. Did I see? Yeah. Oh, they're now talking. By the way, finally, 22 studios want to produce the next James Bond movie, and it may be out of the hands of Sony, so it's coming. Whether or not Daniel Craig will do it, I don't know. He said he doesn't want to do it. But they keep throwing money at him. And I think he's silly. You only work so long as an actor, and you only get offered that kind of bread once, and you get old, you don't have a job. Take the money and run with it. I saw Spectre, I saw Quantum of Silence, or whatever the hell. Well, the problem is if I do that, I'll be accused of being a sexist pig. And I think she was a French actress. Let's just say she was very, very fulsome. And I am curious what she looked like in real life. Callan. I wrote Callan a note on his channel saying someone's saying he's you on my channel and sending me really rotten comments, so I haven't heard from Callan. I have never read a Stephen King book in my life. Not my thing. I read. This is the kind of stuff. Brotherhood of War, W.B. Griffin, Tom Clancy, Robert S. Serling, Robert S. Parker, John B. McDonald, Mysteries. Well, they look like braces. She opened her mouth, there was braces. If you look in the movie, they're there. So, I saw little bits of Pet Cemetery, and Kathy's in this movie, what was it, the Gondoliers, or Lavaliers, or Lava Lamps, I don't know what. I think it had Michael J. Fox in it. There's some movie where everybody's replaced in an airplane that crashes, and they're all dead or something, and all the people were replaced or substituted. So that's all I know about Stephen King. I know nothing about Stephen King, except that he seems to be a little grouchy up in Maine or something. I don't know. But I don't like horror. I like the classic guys. Frankenstein, Werewolf, Dracula, and The Mummy. Not the Mummy movies now, but the Karloff, Lon Chaney, Bela Lugosi, Basil Rathbone movies, and Peter Lorre, stuff like that. Hammer stuff, but then I'm a child of the 50s. I watched a lot of science fiction, old science fiction movies. So on my bucket list to do when I get a car is go to LA. and drive around to the remaining places, because some of them have been torn down. I think the house where Sharon Tate saw herself being tied up, which was Paul Byrne's house, that may be gone. And George Reeves' house is still there, but the tenants don't want to be bothered. It's haunted by the ghost of George Reeves. There's a film studio. They tore down stage one, but for years it was haunted by a stagehand who had fell from the rafters and died. There's lots of haunted places in LA. Till they tore the bench out. They removed the bench where Lon Chaney Sr. used to go to Universal Studios. He took the bus every day. The bus bench was haunted. And now we do want to go to the haunted pet cemetery. There's a haunted pet cemetery there. Nothing to do with Stephen King, but people see the ghosts of the star's pets there. And poor sad Pet Entwistle, her ghost is still seen at the Hollywood sign, but that's all fenced off. You can't get there. Uh-oh, people are leaving in droves here. Now it's down to 13. See, my thing is I read paranormal books, military books, computer books, mystery books. I've never been into horror, partly because a lot of that stuff as a child would give me nightmares, so I don't want any more nightmares. I've had enough nightmares in my life, night terrors and things. I might have been at the Ambassador when I was down there in 1970 or 72, but I don't. It's more of a case of gone by it as in it. I remember watching Robert Kennedy getting shot live. It was on TV, so when we were still in Pittsburgh, so and the news of that year we had 3 people shot. We had George Wallace, who lived but was paralyzed, and Martin Luther King and RFK. So long time ago. Where did my iPad go? No. Let's see. Since someone's asking me. By the way, I read all the James Bond books in the early 60s, so... there's a restaurant in Pacifica called Moonraker. That's interesting. Okay. Directed by Lewis Gilbert, who was an old silent director, by the way. No, not my cup of tea. Ed Wood. Doesn't need to see Ed Wood. I watched Plan 9 from Outer Space and Glenn and Glenda, so didn't need to watch a movie about Ed Wood. I saw the movies he did. The suckle meter, the needle went off the scale and into the next room. I have to read this stand. I'll take. Yeah, I would love to do that. A tour guide. Who would pay me though? I can't get people to pay me for my videos. Of course, I'm not greedy at heart. I would maybe the $5 tour plus a chili dog. $5 and a chili dog. Go with the guy in Pittsburgh as he takes you through haunted Hollywood. Then you wonder if things would... it was sold. He went into bankruptcy. Is Ed McMahon's house haunted? Is Johnny Carson's house haunted? Is Charlie Sheen's house haunted even though he's still alive? That's the questions I would ask. Let's see. Okay, now, full cast and crew of... I thought Moonraker had one line that was better than anything except Goldfinger. Take care of Mr. Bond and see that some harm comes to him. It was a great line. Okay, where's the girl? Here we go. Blanche Ravelac. Or Blanche Ravelac. Dolly, Jaw's girlfriend. And, well, IMBD doesn't let you go to that, so I'm going to have to type it in. I can't even spell it here. And it may be one of these cases that she did one film and never heard from again. Who knows? Dubbing actress and former stewardess. So 1954, so she's 2 years younger than I. She did 2 movies, Moonraker and Club des Rencontres. So, and she's on YouTube as of last year, so former stewardess. So she's on Wikipedia. And does voices for the French dub of Thomas the Tank Engine, which I have seen, not the French version, and Friends. Oh, she did do a number of films, but they're Holiday Hotel, Trocadero Blue Citron, La Carpette, Une History Simple, Les Grands Pardons, a whole bunch of French stuff. And her last thing was the year 2000, Scenes de Crimes, Madame Bourgogne. So that's why you haven't heard of her, because she's doing stuff in France. Squeaky From. Okay, which one? I used to. I get up and I start thinking of something, and now it leaves my brain. I used to have a memory like a steel trap. Now it's like a sieve. I started to try to think of James McDonald, the UFO researcher who committed suicide. And there goes the startup disk is full again. Well, it's time tomorrow to work on my portable hard drive and get some of the crap off my hard drive. The woman is 63 years old. I think the braces were just for the movie. I don't think it's something she wears all the time. I just looked at pictures of her. She's pretty good looking for 63. By the way, it's a double birthday next Friday. I'll not only be, it's my birthday, it's my 65th birthday. Three Stooges. Well, the Stooges, I know the whole history of the Stooges. Back to Ted Healy. The thing with the Stooges is it's funnier if you're with them with the guys. And most women don't understand the Stooges. Having a girlfriend, is it wrong to watch my neighbor naked? My neighbor knows I'm watching. I don't want to get into that one. I have had neighbors, female neighbors, be naked across from me. And the problem is, how do you avoid watching when the window's open and the blinds are open and your blinds are open? So eventually I just went and did something else because I wanted to be accused. This is years ago, not now. I have no naked neighbors in this building. I'm naked because it's too hot to wear clothes in here. But I don't want to be accused of being a peeping Tom or something, because you never know what might happen. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Okay, Squeaky From. I saw one of the Manson family try to kill Gerald Ford live, right in front of me. Lynette something, I can't remember. Let's see. Squeaky. I think didn't Jerry Brown let her out? I don't remember. Can't keep track of those nut women that were with him, and he's a chief nut. Yep, that's her, Squeaky From. I saw her try to kill, but I don't remember. Wait a minute, hold on. That may not be the right one. Just a minute. Life in prison, paroled. Hold on. Let me see if. No, she tried to kill Ford in Sacramento, and it was the other one at the St. Francis Hotel that I saw try to kill Gerald Ford, literally right in front of me. The president came out of the side entrance where the United Airlines office used to be, and you walked up these steps, and down the corridor was Hertz and National and Avis Rent-A-Car, and there was a crowd there, and I'm walking downtown to go get something for my mother, and there's and I said, what's in the crowd? I didn't ask anybody. Boy, it's sure crowded. Didn't know Ford was in town, and all of a sudden this person tries to try to assassinate him. Sarah Jane Moore, and a military guy or veteran tackler or something, and he eventually committed suicide because the news outed him that he was gay. So I saw, let's see, Sarah Jane Moore, yeah, and let me see if you can see this. I was back at the end here, you can't see me, but there's a, let me move this over. This is the side entrance of the St. Francis Hotel, and I watched it live in front of me, and it was absolute chaos. So you don't expect to go down the street and see someone try to kill the President of the United States. But that was my way to get downtown. I walked down, we lived at Post and Leavenworth, and this is Post and Powell, and it's on the Post Street side. And I still do, I use the St. Francis as a shortcut to go to Geary Boulevard and go to the 38, go to the doctor or whatever. And this was in 1975, 17 days after Squeaky Fromme tried to kill Gerald Ford. So, saw it live. She's been let out of prison too, so I guess after a while they're not dangerous anymore, and who knows what the hell they do. Alright, let's see. I'll take famous squeakies right on it now. Let's see, squeaky toy, squeaky, well, not squeaky, I haven't watched Moonraker in ages. I don't know if they've got Moonraker or not. I've watched it multiple times. Mostly when I'm bored and there's nothing else I want to watch. I don't remember how many James Bond movies I got. I listed my movies, except for the $1 bargain movies I got. And I have like close to 300 now, so. Toys Watch obsessed with the movie Moonraker. I mean, it's a fun movie. It's my favorite Bond movie is Goldfinger, and didn't care for most of the Roger Moore films because they got sillier and sillier as they went on. Yes, I watch Turner Classic movie all the time. This month I ran out of money and did not pay my DirecTV Now bill, but I will on the first of the month and go back and watch Turner Classic movies. But I was planning to go with Kathy to Rasputin's, which is a video store. They sell used videos, and they're more expensive than Amazon. Sometimes I really want something. I've seen almost every film Jerry Lewis has made. Glenn and I, my late friend Glenn, we went to movies together for years. We saw every James Bond movie when they opened up. After 1970, we saw every Mel Brooks movie, every Irwin Allen movie. It was in the theater, we saw it. We went to theaters that aren't theaters anymore. The Royal and the Alhambra and the Coronet. Robert Osborne, yes, I know. I've watched some of the interviews. Kim Novak. My problem is I'm terrible at names anymore. I was terrible at names 20 years ago. North by Northwest. I just saw it, and I can't remember her name. Um, Blonde, married, kids. Oh God. Anyway, yeah, I watched interviews with him. I liked Osmond. Paul, my friend Paul, doesn't care for Osmond, so or didn't care for Osmond. I don't have either one. I don't think. Hold on, let's settle this just a moment. I will go into the living room and shove a chair in. Oh, I need to stretch my legs. Okay, I'm going to charge you bums by the trip here. $1 a trip to the living room. All right, here's what I got. Let me move the screen over. I have a lot of movies. So, okay, we have Casino Royale. Just got that. Quantum of Solace. I got the title wrong. I have Sean Connery Volume 1, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, and Diamonds Forever. These are all Blu-ray. But I'm trying to gradually get everything Blu-ray. And then in this box thing, what I consider the best Bond ever, Goldfinger. The World Is Not Enough. And finally, whoops, Moonraker. So that's what I own in the way of Bond. And I may have ones on DVD, I don't know, but these are all I've gotten on Blu-ray. That's 6 of them so far. So I'm trying to get them all, but it's just a matter of when I have the money. So I did not care for Young Frankenstein when it came out. I thought it was very odd. In years since, I've watched it and I kind of like it, but it's not. I'm not a big fan of Young Frankenstein. No, I'm going to be watching my Cornish hen. I bought 4 Cornish hens for $2.95 each. That's going to be watching that in the oven, and I'll be eating that for dinner. I'm going to take my nap. Why would I be surprised if a movie I saw in the theater and I've watched probably 10 times? I've watched all the James Bond films multiple times. Good night, Aaron. Have a great time, and I'll look at your link in the morning when I stumble out of bed to go to the food thing to get food. My parents owned the Ritz Theater, showed X-rated films. I would have viewings from many friends from school, like Deep Throat, Devil Miss Jones. Yes, those were great moments in porn. I don't know what got into my history. I'm not going there. Why is this man obsessed with Dolly's braces? Unless you must have dated her or wanted to date her. I don't know what, but I mean, I've watched Blazing Saddles about 20 times, maybe more. Prefer it when they don't cut the hell out of it. Charles Bronson, I will, watched the original Death Wish, and there's been lots of stuff. Bronson was in The Dirty Dozen. He was in The Great Escape. He was in other films, but it's trying to remember what he was in after all these years. I like Bronson. But, you see, when I grew up in San Francisco, there were numerous, okay, enough with the search, I'll look at it, but not tonight. I'm going to go to sleep after this. There was 2 theaters, the Embassy and the Strand. The Embassy ran things like the Devil's Brigade with William Holden. They ran tons of Randolph Scott films. They ran Charade. They ran It Takes a Thief. They ran all kinds of movies. And the other theater had newer movies. And there was tons of American International Pictures and science fiction. And you'd go in there for your, I think it might have been 75 cents at one time. You got 3 movies. And it was a cheap place to go movies. You got popcorn cheap, and they had one place that had a thing called a 10-to-win game where you could win cash. The other one had bingo, so I spent a lot of time in there. Well, I will consider it. But I normally take a nap every day, and I've been sleepy. Have you ever taken the tour of Alcatraz? No, I want to do that with Kathy. It was suggested I do that. The problem with taking the tour of Alcatraz is until we get a car, we have no way to get home. Because the buses here stop at 9 o'clock. Kathy will have to stay over. And it's $45 to get on the tour boat to go to Alcatraz. And it also, excuse me, there's a waiting list about 6 months to go there. So that's the other thing. I am not, and Kathy won't spend the money, so the kid here will have to spend $90 to go out, plus the BART fare and food and all that other stuff. So it's on my list of things to do one day, but that's when I'd have every bill paid down to 0 and had $90 to just throw away, and I'm not inclined to do that. My priority next year will be starting saving up for a car, and I found the paperwork to get my doctor to sign it on the 9th and get the night Lewiston get my license back, and then in 2019 I'll have my Highlander hybrid, and then you'll see me go all over California. Those things get pretty good gas mileage. I will set up the back with my air machine, sleeping bag, air mattress, blankets, survival gear in case God forbid something happens. And that way, if I go out and do a video of a haunted hotel or a Winchester Mystery House, I can pull over by the side of the road, lock the car up, and take a nap, and then get back on the road. Because sitting here on the weekend with the crummy bus service here sucks, and I really want a car really, really bad. And Kathy is still foaming about the last car that got wrecked, and it's all my fault. Everything's my fault. So, let me see something. Nice. Everybody's winding down. I guess I'm bored of UFO sightings over LA. Yeah, well, as I said in the video earlier, there was a giant triangular UFO seen on Wednesday near the Hollywood sign in the Hollywood Hills, and a second UFO. There were also 2 sightings in New York. Now these were 1 or 2 days before the blackout, and one over San Francisco. This is why I did a video where UFOs are responsible for this blackout, which didn't get a lot of views, but I think it's something you have to postulate, since there's evidence that the 65 Northeast blackout was caused by UFOs that were seen by multiple witnesses over the Niagara Falls power plant. And then there was a later power outage that was blamed on a computer company in Ohio that blacked out the Northeast again. And then there was a blackout in 1997 in New York. That didn't last that long. And so this is long before you had hackers. Of course, the intertie was not as complex as it is today. You had independent electric companies providing power, but they weren't tied together by computers and zones and everything else. And one thing people don't realize, if a substation goes out or a power plant in the city, it can knock out the whole city. And I still think this thing may have been some kind of sabotage, because PG&E here locally gave a press conference and said, well, we know it was a fire, but we don't know what caused it. And that's odd to me. I mean, if they know there's a fire in their power plant, and yet they don't know why the electricity went off or what caused the power failure to knock out the whole city. Now, Con Ed in New York and the subway, they brought portable generators, and that's something the mayor of San Francisco and BART and PG&E did not bring portable generators. So New York City is more together on that. They're more disaster ready than San Francisco. And by the way, if all of you, if you haven't, build yourself a disaster kit, whether you're in the area of tornadoes or hurricanes or floods or earthquakes, or just in case you have a fire that wipes you out or a tree goes through the roof of your house. Have an emergency kit where you can provide for you and members of your family for 3 days or longer. Keep one in your car as well in case you break down somewhere and you're stuck. Now, I just found my space blanket I bought. It's in a little box, and that if I were out somewhere and couldn't get home, I could wrap that around me and it would keep me somewhat warm. Now it's getting warmer now as we'll get closer to summer, but I'm going to put one of those in my backpack, and when I get in my car, I'm going to have a whole, you can buy a whole kit at Walmart, but they're about $50 or more. But you can build one, you can make one of your own. The guys have done this with simple emergency kit in a mint tin. And you want to have light sticks, some medication, an emergency radio, a crank flat with a crank flashlight, some cash, because if the power goes out, there goes your ATM. If you have enough money, rather than a cell phone, those go out during blackouts and earthquakes and tornadoes because the repeaters are down. You want to get a satellite phone if you can afford that. You can get those on Amazon. Sterno would be helpful, something to cook with, some portable cooking ware, stuff like that. And you can put all this stuff in like a small plastic tub in your car and put another one in your home closet. So if a disaster, you grab the tub and go outside, put it in your car, or get a little red wagon to pull along with you if push came to shove when you don't have a car. So, let me look at it. Now it's bugging me. Good. Okay. Why is he so obsessed? Moonraker, Dolly's braces, GIF, Mandela effect, Reddit. Never looked at Reddit. Don't know if they'll let me in or not. Alright, there she is, folks. There's Dolly's braces. So there's Dolly. She looks like she has a gold tooth. The rim of the glass hits her bottom lip. It doesn't go under her teeth. Rim hits bottom lip. Well, you realize they could have an overlay. Now she's got, like me, she's got a tooth that's off center. But they frequently put fake teeth over your real teeth. That all can be all fake. So here's one on Reddit. Dolly never wore braces. I saw that movie in the theater. She looked like she wore braces to me. Let's see. Half of James Bonds will argue made Jaws fall in love. Half said the character wore braces. The character never wore braces. Well, then what the hell was I seeing? Because I noticed braces, glasses, and not to be crude, her boobs and her blonde hair. She has no braces in the movie anymore. Well, I don't think this is really Art Bell. Because the information I have, it was someone pretending to be Art Bell, much like someone pretends to be Jason Callan, and I can't take calls because I don't have a mixer, and I don't give out my home phone number. If you're really Art Bell, the next one I do on the 28th, get a hold of George Norrie and contact him or contact me. My email, falky2013 at gmail.com. Give me your contact number and I'll call you. And then we could set something up. Our conscience have shifted to alternate reality where she never wore braces. This false memory is the Mandela effect. Now, wait a minute. Now, here's a shot of her next to Jaws drinking champagne, and there's no, it doesn't look like many parallel I can't even say it, much less universes exist. People and memories have slid between them. Jaws fall in love, Jaws meet Dolly. Number of fan sites describe Dolly as wearing braces. Many reports on web debate whether an Eon production of digitally altered film to remove the braces. MI6 can confirm no change made to the film. Blanche Ravelijk did not wear braces in the film. This has been corroborated by others in the production as well as original still photography taken on set. Well, I don't know what to say. I remember seeing braces. You know, I think the only thing you could do to see if there's braces is maybe get a copy of Moonraker on VHS. And VHS, they wouldn't have taken it out, probably. This is very odd. No, I'm commenting on something, and I don't know if you're really Art Bell or not, so I have no... well, he's left, apparently. Hold on. By the way, I'm George.Senda on Skype, so if anyone wants to call me, you can call me on Skype, but I don't know how the hell it will work on here, so let me see here. My startup disk is full. Well, that's not... I think I've got a problem. I have not worked on my computer because I haven't had a keyboard until I found my keyboard the other day. I have to clear stuff out off my hard drive onto my portable hard drive. Yeah, but I had people tell me, including Curtis and Jasmundo, that it wasn't. Well, you're going to have to wait a minute. Skype is still loading. Of course, with the Sewer Gab haters, it may not be Art Bell. It may be a hater pretending to be Art Bell, just like it was obviously a hater pretending to be Jason Callan and leaving me very bad and rude and nasty comments. Excuse me, on my YouTube channel. I'm going to finish this.
You have signed in.
So until it's a matter of trust and verify. Oh, and the other thing is, to call me, you have to put in a request for me to approve it. So, I have not, to the best of my knowledge. Hold on. I have not received any request from Art Bell. And I don't know how it works. It less than a minute via Skype. Hold on. How the hell do I access it? Well, that's not my phone number anymore. Very odd. I don't know how to get this to work. I can do it when I'm talking to someone I'm already signed up for. But they, as I understand it, they normally have to they have to ask for approval. If you go to my out of this new breaker stuff. Hold on a minute. See, it's not on my iPad. And the iPad is set up differently than my Skype account. But normally on the iPad, someone has to ask for approval to be added to my contact list, and there is no request for approval here. Let's see. Oops. I don't want that. Well, I don't want that information to be shared, and I just made a mistake. Oh, I'm gonna close that. God. So. You cannot call Skype on my Mac without getting authorization to call Skype first. You want to talk to me, send a request on my iPad. And now Nancy Burns is on there. I haven't talked to her for ages. Another Bell Gabber is on there. Jasmunda and Curtis, the Mud King. But I get constant requests to join, to add people, and yet if I haven't heard them, I deny them. So, but I find it little. Why would Art Bell want to talk to me? Art Bell would like to add you on Skype.
You have signed in.
All right. Tap below to say hi. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, now how do I? The question is, how the hell do I listen to? I don't know how you. All right. All right, let's see what happens. Hello?
Hello?
See, that's not Art Bell, folks. I've only listened to thousands of hours of Art Bell, and that was not Art Bell. Hello. That's right off my iPad. Whoever, that was a female voice. Whoever that was, it sure as hell wasn't Art Bell, unless Art Bell has had a sex change. Art Bell has retracted all his chat messages. This is why I don't think it was Art Bell. Well, he's not answering, or she, whomever it was, is not answering. So, I don't know. I mean, no disrespect to the great Emperor of Nye, but you heard it. It was a woman's voice. And since I don't know what Aaron sounds like, nobody's answering me. So I'm going to disconnect the call. How would I rate the quality? Terrible. And there we go. Art Bell is typing. My wife is working out the microphone. I didn't know you could do a workout with a microphone. Amazing. Lose weight. Lift Art Bell's microphone. He probably has, thousands of microphones. It says connected. Okay, well, I disconnected you, so you'll have to call me again. If it is you. I still don't know why Art Bell would call me. I feel privileged, but also a little embarrassed. The man is a legend. Why would he call me, a poor guy doing videos in a bedroom? If it is really him, I'm shocked. I'm dumbfounded. All right, call back, Art. If it was you, call back. I get a car. I've said if I went to Pahrump, you can't go to his house. I've seen the pictures. I know what his house looks like, but I'm not going to go knock on his door and go trick or treat. It's the guy from Pittsburgh. Not unless he's out there watering. I don't know. Does he still have his carrots and throws rocks to the bunny rabbits? He used to complain about the jackrabbits when poor Ramona put the garden in. And, all right, we'll try this again, folks. I heard some female voice, assuming it was Art's wife, say hello, and that was it. And then nothing. So, call back. And extinguish your radio. I can't resist saying that. I took Art Bell shows off my Mac because they're taking up too much room, but you know my history with Art Bell. I've got all the books in the other room now. I've got 2 autographed Art Bell books, and every book he read and I wrote, and I wish he'd come out with a new book. Maybe more talk, or more art of talk. And I know that Art had his bout with near death and has COPD and other things. And all right, people are asking if Art would name his new baby Foggy. I don't think so. I don't want to ask him that. He might never, even though I saw him in person in Pahrump in a casino or something. And by the way, there's 10 acres of, what was that, a tenth of an acre available in downtown Pahrump that I could buy, but then I'd be accused of being a stalker if I bought land in Pahrump itself. That's not nice. That's terrible. Well, he's not calling back. Maybe I broke the microphone. I don't know. Or Aaron dropped it. It broke. I don't know. I don't know what to think. This is the second time he's been on, but everybody was telling me, Jasmunda, Curtis, other people, it really wasn't Art Bell. I mean, he's authorized if it is Art Bell, but that wasn't Art Bell answering the phone. So, I don't know. And I'm not the consummate professional that Art Bell was, although every time he started up a new radio show, he had nothing but problems with his equipment. So if I had 1/100th of 1,000th of 1 millionth for the talent of Art Bell, I'd be happy. There's no one else like him, and there probably never won't be anybody like him on radio again. Unless he comes back, then there's Art Bell. I don't know how to call him back. Hold on. Let me see what the hell I can do here. Hold on. Oh, there's a phone. All right. I forgot I can do that. All right, we're going to try this. Nope. No answer. So I don't know. Maybe I pissed Art Bell off. Who knows? And he's not in chat anymore. His messages are redacted. So I just tried to call him. I'll try it one more time. He says online. Every time I call, it says no answer. It immediately disconnects me. So I don't know what to think. I'd probably have an easier time calling Donald Trump than Art Bell. Art Bell is typing. Okay, what is Art Bell typing? I'll be ready in 1 minute. All right. Vamp till ready, folks. 1 minute to Art, if this is art, and I'm not denigrating art if it is art, but with all the pranks I have with the fake podcast network and people promising to do the things and me lying, I'm suspicious of everyone on the internet, unless I know them personally. And I want to congratulate Art, whether it is art or not, because George Norrie himself told me they're about to have a second child, and I'm very happy for them. I hate that YouTube won't let you use pre-recorded songs that are copywritten, or I play Dancing Queen or something, or The Chase, because that's what I think of when I think of Art Bell. The music is indelibly burned into my brain cells after listening to it since 1990. I'm going to go in the other room for a minute. I'll be right back. Ooh, I need your body. Oh. For those of you who haven't seen my bookcase, which is now in the other room. Uh-oh, hold on. Hold on. Sorry about that. All right. What happened? I go in the other room, now it says missed call. I get screamed. Try it again, please. All right. Hold on. I'm going to try him. I don't know if we're getting cross purposes here or what. The phone is ringing. I went in the other room, so I apologize. I think we're trying to get together with each other at the same time, so let me get out of this. All right, call back. I will sit here and Chat messages, retry. Okay. Call me back, call. All right? I don't know where you want me to call you back, but I'll call you back. All right, here we go. For those who haven't seen them, I have the quickening, the coming global superstorm, the art of talk, and there's 2 copies of this running around. And there is the source. I have 2 autographed copies of the source. So there's Art Bell's books and 2 paperback editions, one of the coming global superstorm and one of the source. All right, I'm calling him back, and Art Robert Job is Heather Wade's wacky sidekick. No, I am not Larry Bud Meldman, nor am I Paul Schaefer. Thank you very much. Well, the call ended. Call him back, and I call back, and nothing happens. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe it's the, as they said in Torah, the atmospherics over Hawaii are causing this problem. I don't know. It's just weird. I get up, he calls. I come back, he doesn't say, Gavolt. West of the Rockies, there is no number to call Art Bell, or no way to call Art Bell, apparently. Huh? Here he's typing again. Maybe it's not really Art Bell. This guy's just screwing with me. I don't know what to think. If I hadn't had my private home phone number published on YouTube by a convicted child molester twice, I would just, if I had a way to call Art, I've asked George, do you have any Art Bell contact information? He says no. I don't know if that's the case or George doesn't want to give it out, but I would just call Art Bell on the phone and say, here, I'm on the phone. And put it on speaker. This is very frustrating. If it is Art, I feel embarrassed. Art loves screwing with us. It must be him. Well, Art's screwing with me too, maybe. I don't know. Maybe this is Art's comedy relief to screw with the guy from Pittsburgh. I don't know. Art calls and he can't get through. Then George calls, he can't get through. Then George gets up and Art calls while he's out of the room. That's how Art's screwed. Wait till he leaves, has to go to the bathroom or something, or make coffee. I'll call him then and hang up. And then he and Aaron are sitting there, and Asia, and they're all snickering with the cats. And the cats, I got it. It's Art's cats that are doing this. Art is not really calling. It's Art's cats that are trying to call me and messing with me. And they've gotten hold of the phone. Art's asleep. Everybody's asleep. But the cats are dialing on the auto dialer. And they actually dialed Art's Skype account. It's Art Bell's cats that called me. That'd be funny. You pick up the phone. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Click. I have watched videos of people traveling to Pahrump, so I'm intimate with what Pahrump looks like. I'll know how to get there, having lived in Las Vegas, and having known what old Las Vegas looked like when Art was on the radio in the 80s and 90s. So, well, he's not calling back, folks. I don't know why. Who is Kinga Forrester? I don't know what that is. Art is typing. Oh, Art is not typing. Art is not typing. I'm going to try him one more time. All right. I still think it's someone messing me that's not really Art. This is sort of thing. Little Chris would do, or Damon Lake and his multiple handles, or MB would do this, or a cast of several from Sewer Gang. What the hell was that? Hold on. Wait a minute. Now the other Skype. Hold on. Now we got two different Skypes going here. Just a minute. This is driving me crazy here. What's going on with? Okay, let me look at the other Skype. All right, we'll try it the other way. Putting your daughter to bed. Okay, sorry. All right. I'm psychic, but I'm not that psychic. Okay, now we have Art Bell on the screen on my Mac and Art Bell on the screen on my iPad, so apparently they both work the same. So there's... They have a new mystery theater, mystery science theater 3000. I didn't know that. I used to, yeah, King of Forester. That I should have known that. Smack me one. I didn't know they had a new one. I used to watch Mystery Science Theater a lot. All right, I'm going to blank the camera a minute because I don't want people to see me blow my nose. Just 1 second. Yeah. Yuck. Hate this. The sinus infection haven't quite gone away yet. I'm going to be getting an appointment with my ears and throat doctor after the first. Okay. All right, I'll wait. Five minutes. All right. I bow to the Emperor. I'll wait 5 hours for Art Bell to have to just go to sleep and have him call me on my iPad. Wake up, George. If it really is Art. And, you know, that goes. But I've been, I don't know if pranked or impostered enough that I'm always suspicious of people's motivations, with the exception of Aaron and some other people. Aaron is good people, and she would never do me harm. Meantime, I'm going to munch the last of the pretzel nuggets, and it's past midday, and I'm really hungry. So, excuse me. Wish I had a bad knee, I would bow to Art on my hands and knees. Oh, great Emperor of Nye, how may I serve you? I can remember when Art talked about the new Walmart coming in, and they got a traffic light in town. And Comet the Cat. I missed the Comet the Cat stories. By the way, the other night, Fuzzy the Cat, I have the bins and empty bins for blankets and laundry. Fuzzy decided she could climb those. I was leaving the house to go get food, and I heard this crash. I thought there was an earthquake in here. And she jumped on the little cat tree, and I'm so cute. So, there was Fuzzy. Uh-oh, wait a minute, I better do something here. Yeah, by the way, this shows the quality of fine Apple products. This is the rotted This is what happens to Apple's Lightning connector for the iPad. Not my doing. The rubber rots, and then eventually the wiring rots. They know about this problem for years. They won't fix it. I have to keep going to the Apple store, and when it's in warranty, they give me new cable. And next month, I'll be spending $25 for a Lightning cable made by Belkin that is armored. We won't have this problem. Okay, plugged in the iPad again. Somebody say something. I don't know what the hell to say. Fuzzy's so cute, but she climbed that whole stack of empty tubs and they all went cracked. And by the way, this is my other iPad with it no longer works. It's got a huge crack in it because it fell to the ground one day, and this has to be framed. It's all beat up now, but this is the infamous Paperboy cartoon autographed by George Norrie. I got it framed out one of these years. Oh, hold on. I think I have my book. Had this thing for years. The Secret World of 007. So, while I'm waiting, let's see if they do got a picture from Moonraker. Probably not. Well, they were not enamored of of Jaws' girlfriend. Oh, there she is. Here we go. There's a small picture, little tiny picture of Jaws' girlfriend in there. Let's see if we can. Here you go. That's it. That's all the time she gets in this book. I've had this for ages. Forgot I had it. And then it goes for hours on other stuff. So this came out. When did this come out? 2000. So I've had this now for 17 years. Been singing myself. This is why people say, "But all these books, you get rid of them." I will. Remember when Matt Lauer was a total bitch to Art and Whitley? No, I don't. But I'm not impressed with Matt Lauer. I go back to the days when today's show was a quality show with Jack LaSculi, Frank Blair, Dave Garraway, and unfortunately J. Fred Muggs. But I probably watched the first Today Show. I'd have to look it up to see when it was in the 1950s. Sorry for eating, but I'm starving. I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day. The longest 5 minutes in broadcasting history, folks, is right here, waiting for it. Put Asia away. I don't know what Asia is, but I wonder. 8, 9, 10, 25? I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of Art Bell. Except when someone tells me what he's up to. Mystery Science Theater 3000 is on Netflix. Well, I don't get Netflix. Kathy wants Netflix. Now, she watches things like Deadly Women and stuff. All kinds of people getting murdered. I don't like that stuff. There he is. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I clicked on it and ended. What the hell is that?
From the high desert in the great American Southwest, this is Art. George?
Hello?
George?
Yes.
George?
Hello?
George?
What the hell is going on with this thing?
George?
Now we're having...
George?
Hold on.
George?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on. Where's my damn keyboard? I don't use keyboard. This reminds me of some days when Art would have problems with his equipment. All right. Call lasted 39 seconds and died. Okay, let me get a video thing here. The call came on. It lasted 39 seconds and died. When I clicked on it, it died. Hold on. All right.
George?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me? It died again.
George?
Hello.
George?
Yes. Wait a minute. Hello. I don't know what's going on. I haven't had this problem with Jasmunda and Curtis, or Nancy, or my friend in Canada, or George Norrie's producer for the show we did a year ago. I don't know. It might be because my drive is full. It's the only thing I can think of, and I'll have to clear that out and try this again. Maybe Heather Wade pulling a prank with an Art Bell soundboard. I really think it's not Art. We'll try this one more time. Yeah, the call keeps ending.
George?
And that may be Art asking George Norrie's name rather than mine. Someone's screwing with me. I don't know what to think.
George?
Yes. Hello. Well, it's on, whoever it is.
George?
All I'm getting is George. Now the call went away. I don't know if it's my iPad. I'm hearing it through the speakers. You can hear it. But I don't know that much about Skype other than talking to my friends online. I cannot hear you at all. This is nuts. Hold on. Bear with me for a minute, folks. Alright, I've got the volume up as high as you can go. Alright, that's as high as it goes. And oddly, alright, maybe my iMac is having problems because the drive is full. Try this with the iPad. But you heard me do a whole show, 2 shows with Jasmunda and Curtis, and I had no problems. Problems on Curtis's end. Nope, no answer. I don't understand this. I'm gonna go. Well, Jasmunda supposedly, I just wrote Jasmunda a message. If it is Heather Wade pulling a prank with an Art Bell soundboard, I really don't appreciate it. It's not fair to me or my the people watching. And it's not right to do this using Art Bell's name in vain. This is something someone with any integrity and conscience and decency would not do. Because we know all about that. There's a lot of people out there that are bad people. I would never do this to Art. Were the situation reversed. I have the greatest respect for Art Bell. Unlike some bell gabbers who criticized him when he quit the show the last time, he went from adoration to throwing brickbats at him and talking crap about him, and I always thought that was rather horrible. They turn on you easily. Heather Wade has nothing to do. She's bored. It's Saturday night. Yeah, that's because she has 3 listeners in Pomona. That's why. But we all don't get me started on Redacted. You know how I feel about her. She was also rude to George Norrie when he was on the Sewer Gabcast. So The woman has no decency as far as I'm concerned. You don't treat a nationwide talk show when they come on as a guest. There are no coincidences, George. There are no coincidences, George. There are no coincidences, George. Like it's a minute parrot. You treat a guest with respect, no matter who it is. Of course, something that End of Days Mike knows nothing about, or the evil one, whose name escapes me right now. I'm terrible at names anymore. Who did a whole show talking crap about me. So, can we have Richard C. Oakland text Art to confirm it's him? Well, I could email Richard C. Oakland. I don't know if I get an answer. And I can't get in. I haven't sent an email to Richard in months, so. And by the way, I have the original version and the newer version and the NASA version of Richard C. Hoagland's books. I don't have the latest book he did, but I have 3 books by Richard C. Hoagland on my shelf as well. So let's and now Jasmunda is not answering me. I don't know what the hell to believe you. Oh, no. My Safari just crashed. Now it's back. Forgot I need my keyboard. I'm used to working on my iPad. Now it crashed again. I don't know. Now, I'm going to try to call whoever this is. Oh, Jasmine is away. Hold on. No, I'm not going to call Jasmine in Australia. Hold on. He left. Now, who's online? Now Art Bell's left. I've never had this happen. Safari is crashing over and over and over again. Well, I'm going to try one more time and then I'm going to give up. I don't even get the chime now. I don't think it's Art. I'm not even the chime of trying to call. Yeah, it just crashed. This indicates me I'm being pranked, folks. It's not Art Bell. So I'm going to end Skype. Look, I've said this repeatedly. This is the last time I'm going to say it. I don't claim to be a Pennsylvanian. I am a Pennsylvanian. I was born in McGee Hospital, which is on the boulevard. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. Hold on. Boulevard of the Allies is the other end of McGee Hospital. By the way, I've shown this too repeatedly. So Mr. Deadshot. Now, unfortunately, the state of Pennsylvania does not list the city where you're born. But there's my birth certificate. County of Allegheny. That's where Pittsburgh is, the county of Allegheny. Now, I was born in what's now called McGee Women's Hospital. This is University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, McGee Women's Hospital. I was born at 2 a.m. on April 28, 1952, in that hospital. My mother worked there as a nurse, and so I will always be a Pennsylvania. I got dragged out of my parents when I was 12. All right. Yes, it's you. No, I'm not certain on this. Okay, Oakland. There we go. Actually, there's two of them. There's 3459 Fifth Avenue and 300 Halkett Street. So I'd have to determine which one it was, but I was a little young then. I don't remember. God knows I walked by the place, and I've had a big wall around the place when I was a child. So they've merged with University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, they've merged with Presbyterian Hospital, much like they did in San Francisco. No, you cannot get a verification of the authenticity because it's not a good thing to show my birth certificate in its entirety for identity theft reasons. I have two of them. Open Lines Jerry has been sent a copy and is well aware what it is. It's not a fake document, so it's time to block you, dead shot. You're being a pain in the ass. There are two copies of my birth certificate. I will read off of them. Date filed 5/7/1952. Date issued 3/24/2011. And the other one issued 3/3/1999 because I got the copy of my birth certificate. The original has been lost. May have been burned up in a fire ad in 77. But there's the backs. Two different birth certificates, one signed by Marina O'Reilly Matthew, Acting State Registrar, and one signed by Charles Hardister, State Registrar. And this was revised in 1986. Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Health. So these are my real birth certificates. If you don't like it, you don't think they're real, too bad. I don't lie about anything I do. I'm from Pittsburgh. My relatives still live there. I lived in the Boulevard of the Allies. I lived on Parkview Avenue. We had a house we had a hunting lodge in Conneaut Lake that my father burned down. We had a house in Deal, Maryland that sank because the entire subdivision sank and it was built on sand. My parents, among with other people, sued. What's going on? Now we have Art Bell back again. Hello.
Hi, George.
Hello.
Hi, George.
All right, this is the soundboard.
George?
Yes.
George?
All right. Hello.
George?
All right, this is obviously someone using a recording of Art
George?
Bell. It's not Art Bell.
George?
I'm done with this. You heard it. Well, you know what? Jason Kelly does his thing, and I do mine. So, go watch Jason Kelly. Whoops. What happened? Something wrong with my mouse here. Oh, God. Ugh. Well, my Mac's now going crazy, folks. My mouse is going crazy. I don't know what happened. I may have just been hacked. I can't use my mouse at all now. Yeah, I can't even use. My mouse is completely screwed up. I think someone did this. Oh, my Macintosh hard disk is full. Great. I think that's the problem, partly. But that was obviously somebody using a recording of Art Bell talking over and over and over again. And I'm getting really tired of the Jason Callan trolls comparing me to Jason Callan. He does his videos, I do mine, and it really has nothing to do. Oh, God. Oh, now I'm really screwed up. Well, I can't do anything with my mouse. I don't know what happened there. I may have been hacked by whoever was doing that call. Yep. Heather Wade hacked in my system. That's all right. It's time to end this. You know, at Toys Watch, right now, Moonraker's the last thing I'm thinking of. I'm really pissed off right now. So, you know, it's a low priority item. And if it screwed my computer up, I'm not happy. So I should have listened to Curtis and Jasmunda. It's not. It wasn't Art Bell. It may not have been Heather Wade. It may have been Little Chris. It may have been Damon Lake. It may have been any one of the trolls from Sewer Gab. Because they can't. They hate what I do. They hate that I know George Norrie. They hate that my videos are on Coast to Coast. They hate that I'm becoming more and more popular. And they have sabotaged a lot of my efforts. And started a phony podcasting network, a George Norrie fan page that was deleted just to get me suckered into being the moderator of it, and all kinds of stuff. And lots of lies. People showing at my door. Little Chris starting to show up here and kick my ass and other things. So it's time to end this. The only way I can end it is get rid of OBS, so I'm going to do that. Have a great night. Thank you for being here, but I have to get out of this and restart the computer. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Let's see. I don't know what else to do because it's got my mouse screwed up. Tell you one thing I'm gonna do. Art Bell has now removed my contact list, so for what it's worth, That's over with. And I won't be suckered another time. It was not Art Bell, but it was the same word saying over and over again. Hold on a minute. Okay, the only way to do this is restart my computer. So I have to quit. And this is why I don't want to take Skype calls. Because it gives people the ability to get into my computer. And apparently, alright, I am done. My mouse is now working. I don't know why. But if I try to go back to Firefox, let me see if it will work in Firefox or if it's screwed up. In a couple months, I will have the money to have a tech come here and totally go through my Mac and maybe defend myself against these kind of intrusions. Alright, my mouse is now working. And now my video manager is lined out. That's interesting. Now let me see here. 1,529 videos. They have to screw with me. You notice nobody ever screws with Jason Callan? And that's why I have a hard time believing that Jason Callan didn't talk crap about me, because his videos don't. Of course, he's not doing them live like I'm trying to. Alright, I don't know what's going on here. It's acting screwy. It won't load, probably because my hard drive's full. Okay, it's time to end this so I can restart the computer. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for coming in. And screw you, Art Bell Imposter. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great night.